It was a battle, and it wasn't pretty, but again, I can't say enough about this team and how we found a way to rise through adversity. And Ayanna Vinson was absolutely spectacular. I thought that she was a tremendous quarterback for us. When they took the lead by 2, I mean, she rallied them and said, let's go, let's get a stop. And, you need that kind of leadership, when things aren't going your way. And I just can't say enough about her. I mean, I really fed off of her energy, actually. I'm wearing it down on the sideline, but I needed somebody to keep them together, and she did a great job doing that.
Not only did she do a great job, she comes up with that steal.
Absolutely.
At the last minute.
Alex, I said this to the team. I was like, it shows a lot when you make an uncharacteristic turnover, an easy play that we work on all the time. We don't set up, and she gets back there, and she's just going like this, and we need to stop. She reads it perfect, knew the play, knew the scout, gets a big steal, puts it away. So, it was just her confidence and her demeanor down the stretch. And, when things aren't going your way, or feel like you're not getting the calls, or it's just not you're having an off night, whatever you want to say. You just got to find ways to come together and get it done. And I think that she did a great job attacking, making sure defensively we were set up, and just being that energy bunny out there. And, that one play with her, she was literally playing barefoot basketball. And she got back, and the shoe was there, and she just kept playing on offense with no shoe. So, I mean, I was like, she's just that fireball that we feed off of.
How important was that, considering Sharita wasn't able to go tonight?
It was huge. And I think at some point, this game taught us about ourselves. Because sometimes when we're in moments, we look for Sharita. She's been that fourth quarter queen. And I just think that, I was so proud of the way that we were composed. It wasn't pretty at times, but we were tough enough to get through and find ways to get stops and attack the basket. I mean, we made enough free throws to pull it out, which is big. And people can't forget, William & Mary just beat Towson at Towson a week and a half ago. You know what I mean? They're a scrappy team, and that's why, if you're not ready, they can shoot the ball. You got to defensively, move your feet. And for us, we got off balance a couple times, but we learned that from the first time. We knew it. We had to go small, then we went big again. I mean, it was a chess match all night. But I'm just so proud of the way that we pulled it off, and Ayanna just really gave us that energy.
You almost didn't get enough free throws to win it.
Yeah.
Are you concerned a little bit with the struggle in the fourth quarter, especially with
No, I think it was one of those games. You're in conference time. I think that everybody wants to win. It's very competitive. People have to make plays, and I think that it's just how you can keep your team composed. You're playing them the second time around. They kind of key into certain players like Gianna Smith. I mean, they key into certain players, and they're doing certain things. So you got to be tougher down the stretch. So it's not going to be as pretty as everybody thinks come in February. Everybody thinks, oh, yeah, this is, no. And I try to prepare them as much as I can about that. It's like you got to be ready for everything. But the most important thing is defensively you got to be on your assignments. And I will tell you this. I think Ashley June did a good job at moments in the fourth taking on Boggs. She had a bigger hand in her face, and that took the pressure off Ayanna and let Ayanna take some, breaks and more offensively get into our rhythm. So just, it was a chess match, honestly. And hats off to William & Mary, how they played. I thought they played really, really well. They pushed us, they challenged us all night. And I think that we just responded and had good leadership to pull it off.
What did you tell your team during that drill, and how well do you feel they followed it?
Say it again.
What did you tell your team during that scoreless drill where both teams were misfiring, and how well do you feel they followed it?
Keep your head up. And I said to play basketball, have fun. When everybody's getting tense and they feel the pressure, you don't play well and you don't play together. So you're not really doing your job. And I looked at Ayanna and said, I need you. I'm a coach on the sideline, but your team needs you. And so I felt like she was just being a pick-me-up teammate. And that's what they needed. Hey, let's go, let's get a stop. Let it go. You can't worry about the calls that you're not getting or the ways the ball's not going in the basket. You just got to get through that stuff and be tough. And I felt like we were tough-minded because of her. So, she's the quarterback tonight for our team. She's the one that got us together. And at the end, she read that situation really good when she got the steal. She was ready. She wasn't thinking about the last play. She was thinking about the moment. So, really, truly, I give credit to them.
After a long stretch, defense was also the difference. You held William & Mary scoreless completely in the last 5 minutes after they had that 2-point.
That's big. Honestly, when we hold William & Mary to 9 points in the fourth, that's a big deal. And I said one time in a timeout, I said, remember they traveled. Okay, so let's really make them work now. Maybe this fourth quarter will catch up to them. Let's dig deep and let's make it tough for them to get those shots off, get through the screens, communicate early. And I felt like we got more aggressive in the fourth on the defensive end. So just credit them to just always try to rely on your defense. Offense is going to come, but we got to get stops.
How tense was that final quarter, especially those last few minutes where it was so evenly poised and then you kept having to go to the line?
Well, for me, I just wanted to see us have composure and be confident. I mean, and we made enough free throws to get it done and pull away. And we battled. I mean, look at Shaneri Bell going after rebounds down the stretch. I mean, and then getting fouled. And you got to understand, in the fourth quarter, they were up. They had a few up on the fouls. We had to catch up. And that's one thing I said in the timeout. I was like, we only got 2 fouls here. They're one more, and they're in the bonus. And so they stopped attacking because I think our defense was really good, in the fourth quarter. We really made it hard for them. And then we just started being more aggressive on the offensive end. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to isolate Shaneri and get some drives going and things like that. So just proud of the way that we responded in the fourth quarter to try to get it done because it was, it was back and forth. But, we found a way to pull it out.
William and Mary still undefeated at home. How important is that going into these final stretch of games? We're probably the last 7 away from home.
I honestly just want to continue to play our brand of basketball. We want to play together, and I think today we know now that, we learned that, when Sharita wasn't there, that we had certain players really step up and do some things. So I think that we learned a lot about ourselves to just kind of get through things and really focus on the defensive end. We just have to take that grit and toughness on the road. We've done it before. We've been in East Carolina, and did a great job, and at Elon too. And we know Towson and James Madison are very, very tough. But right now, I think we're going to enjoy the moment that, we're 12-0 at home, and it hasn't been done since, early 80s? Division II team, back in the day, not in Division I era. So I can't say enough about our players, our fans, everybody who supported this program. They have given us so much energy. What a unbelievable accomplishment. And we're going to take all that confidence and bottle it up and get on the road. I mean, it's pretty awesome when you leave a game and you're getting fans giving me checks, for the program, because they're proud of how hard they play. And so that's happened several times this year, and I've never asked for anything, but I think people are really falling in love with this team, and that's special because they work hard and they earn it.
This time last year, the play on the street went down. It would make it a lot more difficult for the Seahawks. Now this year, granted, a win like this proves that you guys have the depth that you didn't have last year. How important is that?
Yeah, I just think that, our depth and everybody on the bench just needs to be ready, and I think that we did enough to pull out the win today. So just really proud of everybody on the team.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
A key moment was when William and Mary went on 12-2 run, 12-2 run in the second quarter, and that y'all were only up by 1 point. You called a timeout. What was the things you told your players to make it where they were able to have a 9-0 run into the house?
Yeah, I talked about what I wanted on offensive end to pull them out of that zone, and I think it worked. So we tweaked some things, what we do within our zone offense, and I just said we need to be aggressive and our hands need to be ready to shoot the ball if you're open, and we need to really get in the middle and get some offensive rebounds. And I said on defense, and we need to get stops. But I felt like we were just standing around on offense. I felt like we were just playing one-on-one basketball, and I wasn't happy. So it was one of those not happy moments in a huddle. So they came out and they got hungry and got us back on top.
Which it did fire them up to make a couple, 2-3 pointers before the half.
Yeah. So just really proud of how they responded because, no way I was going to go in this locker room, negative. Because the way it was going, it wasn't looking good. So I think as a coach, you just got to decide. And I know my team more than anybody, and I know when I got to call timeout or get in their butt or whatever I got to do. So I'm just glad that they responded.
And Shareni Bell was hit in the face in the second half. How do you think she came back from such, a foul? And do you think it's a good symbol of her character?
It sure does. And she's just so tough. She throws her body out. She gets on the floor. She gets after it. She rebounds the ball. She gets knocked up the head. She gets pushed around. And she continues to show that she's one of the best post players in this league. And I'm just so proud of her and her composure and how she handles, the situation. So she continues to help us be a better team for sure. And her post presence, most importantly, was great. I thought her defense was outstanding. I really did. I thought she rebounded when they had their big inside there. She made it tough for her and blocked out. So, yeah, she's tough.
And William and Mary definitely laid it on more on defense in the second half, but specifically in the fourth What do you tell your players in those type of moments where they're not in the best of their luck? What do you tell them?
Well, after watching Towson play and them upsetting Towson a week ago, not upsetting them, but almost upsetting Towson at their place. They did. I'm sorry, they beat Towson a week and a half ago at their place. I think for me, it was just like, this is a tough team. Like, you can't back down from them. They can be defensively, get after you. Boggs is one of the best defensive players, and they're scrappy. And offensively, if they get out in transition, they can score the ball. So they're a dangerous team. So I think for us, it's just making sure that we take pride in the floor burns, the rebounds, all the little things, because at the end of the day, you can't let them have that. Because they're a great shooting team, and they're very scrappy. So I'm just glad that they responded to the scout.
And one last question. You were able to complete a perfect record for this homestand, the 4-game homestand, and to have an undefeated home record so far. What do you think are the main contributing factors to be able to be successful at home?
I just think that this team is locked in, focused on what they want, and they take pride being at home, and they know that we get good energy here, and they just feed off of that. And so I can't say enough about the fan support and how everybody helped us through adversity. And we just took one game at a time. I know we won 4 in a row at home. I'm very proud of our team for doing that, of course. But again, it was tough. It wasn't easy. I mean, you look at Northeastern, look at a lot of, that was a tough one too. But again, this team they're locked in, focused on what they want. And they want to be the best team, and they want to be playing their best basketball come March.
And have you seen a resurgence in the fan base, having more of the support from the Wilmington community and Seahawks students?
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, all the students have been coming out. I see more of a change, and I see them on campus too. I've been to the different places around campus to talk to them, and I'm so glad that they're coming out to the games. It is so just amazing. And even here, coming in here, I had a bunch of people, just, hey, Coach Barefoot, because now it's about building relationships. You're in it with everybody. So I really am just so proud of this fan support from the student body, from our fans, for our donor, everybody.